Mac back on again with another Sunday Bitter Truth podcast. Much respect to all my peoples right here. We're gonna get into some things showing you the worldwide chaos that's taking over the world right now. And America basically at the wheel of it. America is the head of it basically, of the supposed destruction that you see in the world. Now you're gonna see that I was right about the traveling, the air traveling, and how they're gonna, let that take a hit or take a back seat to all of these things that's going on. You're gonna notice the plane have a lot to do with the agendas that they're putting off on the masses. So you're gonna notice that yes, all of these happenings is going on the plane. We shall do a lot of videos, hundreds of videos, to show you that this is an agenda for them to stop people from flying, especially when it comes to international flights. No lie, this is what they're doing to kind of stop the people from wanting to travel. And I mentioned possibilities and all that gonna be going to your brain when you're supposed to fly. Now, we talk about this fake war that they got on the world stage. That's also a part of nailing you down in place. We're gonna get into it as long as, we can get to see some things that's going on in the world. You can identify that, yes, this is an agenda and this is what the world gonna be. It's not gonna go backwards. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I mean by that? You see it going a specific way, it's not gonna go back. Do you understand? So watch this right here. As I told you from day one, all of these agendas is to nail down the people to their supposed country of origin. Now pay attention to this right here, and you understand that I never miss. As you could see this character in the black and white for Freemasonry come to tell you all of these things is now on the table. Get used to it. Listen.
Tonight, Middle East tensions have prompted tightened security in this country. And last night, a scare in the air, forcing us.
That's all you're going to hear now. Scare in the air. And they mentioned the Middle East tension is caused now these flights supposedly be more, scary now. Because remember what they tell you Muslim was about. They tell you Muslim is about terrorism, and they like to blow up things, especially planes. And they tell you that they commit suicide against peoples who are against their religion so they can go to heaven and get these virgins. This is what they tell you the peoples is actually fighting for as Muslim. So you understand that yes, they will blow up the plane. That's what they want to plant in your head. So with them, America right now at war with the Middle East, now they're going to scare the American out their socks. All the Americans going to be scared. There's no way they're going to start a war with Iran and it's not some fear tactics for the Americans. Remember, they're the one who's scaring you about these terrorists, Muslim terrorists. It's all bullshit made up for the scare tactics of the people. So pay attention to this.
Southwest flight to divert to Atlanta. CBS's Ali Bauman reports on what exactly happened. Ali.
Okay.
Tarika, less than an hour after takeoff from Nashville, passengers tell me flight attendants started running up and down the aisles, and then the captain announced they had to make an emergency landing.
Okay, so you understand what they just said? The peoples themselves on the flight have no idea what was going on. Only flight attendants running up and down the aisle. So they're the only one that know of a problem on the plane at that point. Only the flight attendants know and the pilot. The people themselves that's sitting on the plane was lost. How could something happen on the plane and they don't have any idea? Only the supposed to be operators of the plane, the pilots and the flight attendants. That makes no sense. But pay attention and listen.
Hands down, hands up.
Hands down, hands up. What does that mean? Hands down, hands up, or heads down, hands up. Pay attention to this right here, because they have one supposed to be passenger that they claim is a threat. Look what they're telling the rest of the peoples to do. So picture when you sit at home and see this right here, what gonna go through your mind? Even if they tell you there is no terrorists on the plane, the fact that you have to follow these dumb procedures because they tell you some threat is on the plane, that alone will want to stop the smart people from even going on that plane for say. Do you understand? Take a listen.
Braced themselves aboard a Southwest flight Friday night soon after
look at this right here, people. All of them hands up. What a damn joke for the dumb people. What is the problem? Where is the supposedly, perpetrator? Where is the person that they claim was doing some kind of wrong on this flight? Where is that person?
Diverted to Atlanta. Julie and Sarah Porter say they didn't know what was going on.
Really, the first time we knew that there was someone dangerous on the plane was when the
someone dangerous on the plane, as you could see all stars right there on the charm and the chain to show you that it is Freemasonry. No doubt about it. And of course they got these people to give them an interview right away to find out what was the situation about. But pay attention, let's
came
listen.
on at gunpoint.
What? Gunpoint?
The captain told air traffic control a man was acting
Now tell me, people, who is recording these people putting their hands up from under the seat? You never look at that. When I just start the video, you see those two people sitting there. It seems like they have a phone in their lap recording, or the phone is on the ground between the seats. Is that real? Who is recording this shit right here? Please tell me. Let me understand. Look, who is recording that?
Timer going off every 10 minutes. Foreign languages.
Hold on here. You had a timer going off every 10 minutes. Foreign language. What is a timer? Yeah, that's it. It's a timer. What does that mean? This is a joke right here. So you hear a timer going off every 10 minutes. Foreign language. Listen.
Worried about his bags.
Oh my God. Video shows armed officers.
And then they show you a photo again, of footage again with the camera from under the seat. The camera looking like it's coming from downwards towards the ground between the seats, people. Who is recording this and who is recording it that's scared to record that you have to put the phone, or they have to put the phone on the ground between the seat to catch that person supposedly getting dragged away in handcuffs? Is it real? Go back again. Now pay attention again. Where is this camera coming from? Who
Told
owned it?
air traffic control a man was acting suspiciously.
A man was acting suspicious.
Going off,
What is a timer?
Foreign languages. Worried about his bags.
Oh my God.
Okay, so there you go, people. They're showing you that somebody right there getting cuffed up, and they tell you got a timer in his bag with foreign language going off every 10 minutes. I guess that's the reason why they have to cuff him up. They don't tell you shit yet. Even though they interviewed those two girls that supposedly was on the flight, they still can't tell you what really happened. The flight gotta be diverted. Listen.
Shows armed officers boarding the plane and forcibly removing a passenger. Former National Transportation Safety Board Chair Robert Sumlin.
If some flight attendant called up and said there was someone acting suspicious, these days, I would want to get the airplane on the ground as quickly as I can.
So there you go, people. In these days, you want to get the plane to the ground or back to the ground as soon as possible. So you see that, people, anything happen, the plane gonna divert. It does not matter what it is. Somebody could step on another person's toe. That means the flight gonna be diverted. They're just showing you how delicate it is to fly on the plane, how delicate the airline industry is. That's what they're showing you. So it's basically they're showing you that, yes, all of these possibilities gonna come into place if you're gonna fly on these planes. That's what they're telling you. So you can think twice about flying, especially international. Bam.
Everybody has
Listen
their
to
hands
this.
down and hands up.
Look, people, what camera is taking this footage right here? Is it these people that we're looking at on that camera that's in the seat between them? This don't make no sense right here, people. Look at this footage. Look, whose camera is this? Whose camera is this, people? And where is the camera? On the floor? How did the camera show this angle right here with them putting their hands down? What is this right here, people? Like I say, it's a fake shit for TV. Does it convince you that something happened? Does it convince you of something real? Take a look.
For a Nashville flight headed to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, was diverted to Atlanta due to a possible security matter. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 10. I'm Kenley Hargett. News 2's Alexia Shiropoulos spoke to a family who was on the flight and walks us.
They're gonna speak to another family that was on the flight. Remember, we see those two girls on the next newscast that was on the flight, and it still can't tell you. None of them can tell you what really went on. So see if we're gonna get the whole story from this supposed family right here. Listen.
What happened?
Sarah Porter and her family were on that flight. She tells me flight attendants were running up and down the aisle 30 minutes after takeoff.
Okay, it's 30 minutes after takeoff. First they say it was an hour into takeoff. Remember, the flight just going from Nashville to supposedly Fort Lauderdale, and they diverted to Atlanta. What a joke for the masses. Now take a listen.
For urging passengers to put their heads down and their hands up.
Wow,
We didn't know if it
hands
was something
down and their
mechanical,
hands
something
up.
medical.
Look, people.
Sarah Porter and her family
Look,
were
people,
hours into their...
Even these Porter right here, these peoples, also got footage of them holding their hands up. What happened? As soon as they tell you to do that, you turn on your phone so you can record you putting your hands up. This is bullshit for the public, 100% in. And it's ironic how they make it on the news, people. How did they make it on the news? So the news single out these people and say, these are the ones you want to talk to. How did you know about these people on the plane? It makes no sense. It's just fit up for TV, all by design.
break when they had to make an emergency landing.
The first
Look,
time
I
I at
guess
least
it's the
knew
same
that there was
people.
someone dangerous on the plane was when the SWAT team came on and
Wow, the SWAT
started yelling
team.
at us. And
The SWAT team come on and started to yell at us. So see that, people? The peoples on the plane didn't hear nothing before the SWAT team come on. They didn't know of no supposed disruption on the plane. Only the flight attendants moving back and forth, running up to the aisle. And that's how they figure that something may go on or may be happening. And then the SWAT team come on the plane. That's when they understand that something was off. So how come they on the same plane and they didn't see the incident that caused these SWAT teams to get on, to cause the diversion? How come they didn't see what causes it? This makes no sense, people. It's fake shit for TV.
it was a little annoying not knowing what was happening
See,
until
not
we
knowing.
were getting
Okay.
kind of held at gunpoint.
She says they
They're
didn't...
kind of held at gunpoint. These are the people that was on the plane that did nothing. They was held at gunpoint. They was the one who have to put their heads up or put their heads down and their hands up. Pay attention to this.
see or hear the reason why until they were off the plane.
Okay, and
So
what?
the person that they detained, did you
Look,
think they were a
people.
threat when you were on the plane at all? Like, did you
Look at
notice
this.
any weird behaviors before they were arrested?
Of course not.
We didn't see anything
Pray
personally.
with you
We
here.
heard some things other people said, like about his bag. He was like weird about not
Wow.
wanting his bag overhead. He wanted it at his feet, but it was too
Wow.
big. And
What a joke. Look,
we heard
people,
he
look.
was like getting agitated and that he was started
Look
texting
at him.
people, and that's what started this whole thing. Was 'cause
Wow, he started to texting people. And that's where the whole thing started. Remember, they talk about a timer going off every 10 minutes in a foreign language. Now this person said this, he's starting to text people in the middle of the sky. What happened? He got some cell service from the phone company, but from the plane. I'm just saying, how did he get connections in the middle of the flight to be texting? And who cares who texting? This is dumb shit for the dumb people. So look, people, at something as simple as this, as they tell you right here, cause a flight to divert. The flight can't go where it normally, where it's supposed to be originally supposed to go. It gotta be diverted because a man on it was acting unruly. He want his bag in front of him. He don't want his bag in the overhead compartment. He want it in front of him, and bam, it caused all this problem where SWAT team gotta come on the plane to remove him. What a bullshit for the public. They still can't tell you what they learned yet, really, about the whole situation. Listen.
someone oversaw him texting.
They saw
Oh,
flight
saw him
attendants
texting.
running up and down the aisle before
This
this
don't make no
announcement
sense, people.
started.
What is the problem if he texting, people? Now the texting becomes a problem? This don't make no sense. So now that he texting, now he's a threat? Listen.
Hands up, heads down.
They sat on the plane on the
What a
tarmac for
joke.
about an hour before
Wow,
they saw
you see
police
that?
surround the plane.
For about an hour, people. So that guy was so dangerous, they have to land the plane emergency style at another spot, not the destination. They have to land at another spot, but still they sit there for over an hour before the police show up. So what was the immediate danger on the plane? What was the danger that man was posting that caused him to land emergency? It would take you another hour from Atlanta to go to Fort Lauderdale. A matter of fact, it probably would have taken you less than an hour. So if it's okay for you to sit on the tarmac for another hour with the same damn threat on the plane, why you couldn't just fly to Fort Lauderdale? This is the little delicate style that they give you with planes. Like it's so delicate, if somebody sneezes, we have to turn back. This is what they built up in your subconscious about planes, and you actually are accepting it. That yes, somebody go unruly on the plane. Okay, it's security problem now. Now SWAT team gotta come in. All of it is bullshit. Like I say, people, if it was an emergency, why they can sit on the tarmac for another hour with the same guy on the plane as a threat? You ask yourself that and you figure it out, that it is bullshit for the dumb people. And they only make the plane flight this delicate because of the scare tactics and the masses, right?
Maybe
here.
dangerous having
Maybe
a sit
dangerous.
with a guy for an hour and a half before they detained him.
Yeah,
Once they
hour and a half,
deplaned,
people. An hour and a half, people. They take an hour and a half to detain him. You could have used a half an hour out of that hour and a half from Atlanta to get to them, to get to Fort Lauderdale. You didn't have to land in Atlanta. This guy wasn't posing no threat because you can still sit on the plane with him for another hour and a half. This don't make no sense at all, but it's a trickery to stop the people from
when
flying.
we get off at a time and have to put their bags down for the canines.
Put their bags down for the
inspect.
canines.
The FBI
Why? You see that right there, people? Do you see that? So now all of these people that's already got security screen to get on the plane now have to do it over again. So now K9 and everything is coming in. K9 is coming in to sniff their bags. So therefore they're telling you that maybe some bomb or some bomb material is on the plane. Somebody have it. So they have to recheck everybody with dogs. I told you it's bullshit, as you could see right there, people. The Department of Justice is nothing but fake for the dumb masses with all stars to represent the devil themselves. Move.
All right, now to a developing story as a far-right anti-Muslim group clashes with counter-protesters near Gracie Mansion, and the discovery of two suspicious devices brought in the bomb squad.
And two suspicious packages or devices calling the bomb squad, as you could see them right there, plaid clothing, and they're working on your brain. Don't worry about it. It's just they're playing a role right there. So they're telling you that it's a protesting going on at that mayor of New York home. Now pay attention to this right here, because he's a supposed to be Muslim. Remember he tell you about he's a socialist. You remember that? So he's a Muslim and they put him in supposedly to be the mayor of New York. Pay attention to this right here. And now they're telling you that protest is going on near his home. Listen, because it's drama why they put that character on the table. Listen and pay attention.
And people running in the streets.
Yeah.
NYPD confirming Mayor Mamdani and his wife were at home at the time. Andrew Ramos is on the east side with details on the mayhem.
Was he at home or not? What you just said, that you could see these people dressed up for this event right here. What is it good for, people? I already told you, it's just for TV. None of it is real. Plus that mayor is a sodomite on the world stage, and they're gonna have to fill you in to make him up to who he supposed to be is in real life. A damn puppet on the world stage. So pay attention. All drama you're gonna get with that character. Listen and pay attention.
Resulted in 6 arrests.
Look, people, 6 arrests is the number coding, and you can see all the stars on that hat right there, and all these people basically got on mask and everything. It's fakery. 100% fakery for TV. Look at this. Look at this. What is this?
Spiral out of control
Spiral
on the east
out of
side on
control.
Saturday
Look at it, people. Look at it with these fake people with the mask and the glasses on. Sunshade and mask. Pay attention to this right here. Nothing real. It's just an acting job for TV. Pay attention.
The violent
Look, people, look.
far-right influencer imparted into January 6 rioter Jake Lang, a known
Look, people, one of those characters from the January 6 bullshit again. You understand it's a fake character once it tied to the January 6 bullshit that they feed you. None of it is real. Now they're showing you him again in a big protest against the governor, I guess, because he's Muslim. And now America and the Muslims at war. Listen.
agitator organized a
Listen.
demonstration called Stop the Islamic Takeover of New York City.
Stop the Islamic takeover of New York City. You see the division scheme? That's the reason why they put that Mandani character in as a Muslim in New York. You don't get it. All of it is set up for this supposedly chaos in the streets. Remember, New York is a part of the main stage that they perform on you at. You remember that or not? So of course they have to involve in this fake right here. Big
Seemingly
fake for the
targeting
agenda.
Mayor Mamdani as it got underway just after 11 a.m.
11
A block
a.m.
from Gracie
Look, people,
Mansion.
look, what is
Police
this?
say his group of 20 was met with a counter-protest of 125 people.
So yeah, a crowd, I guess one side have 20 and the next side have over 120 people's protesters. So I guess people, this was all organized by the two sides to show up right there in place where the supposedly mayor home is at. Is it real, people? So both supposedly protesters, they organized two different protests to clash right there. Who did it? How did it happen? This is a joke for the dumb people. Listen and pay attention.
That's when things got
Look,
tense.
people, NYPD and
already.
they look stupid. They look like a group of stupid people. Don't tell me that's police. The ones with the NYPD and the hat. Is that a joke? Take a look at this right here, people. Pay attention.
11 a.m., a block
Look.
from Gracie Mansion. Police say
What
his
is
group
this?
of 20 was met with a counter-protest of 125 people.
Okay.
And that's when things got tense. NYPD
Look at this,
already on the
people.
scene
They go to
separated the
NYPD.
groups, but things quickly unraveled.
Wow, so NYPD was already on the ground separating the groups. Remember, it's two rivalry groups, one for the Muslim and one against the Muslims. What a joke for the masses. They're putting on this big division in America. Everybody seems like they're buying into it. Don't be that dumb. Watch.
Cops say a member of Jake Lang's group unleashed
Jake Lang,
pepper
look.
spray on counter-protesters. Video
Look at
captures the
this.
chaos
Look at
that
this, people.
ensued as many
Look at this.
attempted
It's
to...
just a joke, people. You see anything look serious yet? I can go back to any one of these brawls that they have on TV and none of it seems real. You can look at brawl in real life and look at the ones that they show you on screen and it's completely different. You will never see anybody get hurt in the one on TV or even close to look real. Take a look at it right here. Look, what is that doing, people? What is
Things
that
took
doing?
a terrifying turn when police say a counter-protester was seen lighting and throwing a device toward the protest
Wow,
area.
so they're lighting and throwing a device. They can't tell yet if it was a bomb, but it's something that they lit and throw it and they know it's a device. What a joke, people. This is how they give you the news. It's based upon fakery. Look.
But it quickly burnt out. This photo shared by Commissioner
Look,
Tish
people.
on X shows the man who cops identified as 18-year-old Emir
Of
Balab.
course, he 18 for the 666 again. You notice every one of these culprits they supposedly catch 18 years old and the money. Because all of it is the mark of the beast system they're implementing with these agendas. So, of course, they have to give you the number coding.
Fleeing
with the age.
as police run toward the
He
device.
flees.
Mr. Balat then
So
ran
what the fuck is the device? That's all you need to know. Don't worry about who run away from a device. What if it's just a regular device like a damn gaming system? I'm just saying. Does it matter who run away from the device if it's not a bad device? Just find out. Find out first if it's a dangerous device. Then you can come and look for the person or try to identify the person who leave it there. Because if it's not a supposedly explosion material or device, you have no business looking for that guy. Okay? So what is this right here? It's bullshit for the public. 100% bullshit.
found and gets a second device.
A second
Receiving that
device
device
again.
from an
What
apparent
is it?
accomplice
Where's the device?
identified as 19-year-old Ibrahim Nick.
19-year-old now.
Balat drops the device.
What?
Mr. Balat then
Balat.
ran southbound and gets a second
Look at
device.
how this fucker talking, people, and you know it's bullshit. There go the second device right there, people, a device. What a joke. What makes you think that's a bomb? What kind of device is that right there? Why did you call it a device? And what kind of device you thought it is? Wow.
receiving that device from an apparent accomplice,
Listen.
identified as 19-year-old Abraham Nick.
Abraham Nick.
Drops the device but is quickly detained. Video shows the moment NYPD officers...
So listen, people, he dropped the device and he was quickly detained. He dropped the device and then they arrest him. Did you check the device? Why is you arresting him? I'm just saying, people, if it's not an explosion, he did not commit a crime. You can drop any device you want. You can drop your damn phone. Is it an illegal act to drop a device? No. But if the device is something to harm people, that's when it becomes a crime. So why is they arresting this guy without finding out what the device is? It's bullshit. I call it already. Bam.
Nick also arrested.
The devices, which were a bit smaller than a football, appear to be...
What is the fucking device? Don't tell us what it appear to be. You are the supposedly police and investigators, and now you're coming with a press conference. You knows nothing and you still hold a press conference. Don't tell me you come to having a press conference and you still don't find out what those devices is. It's still a puzzle why you're doing this. This is a joke, people. Why you doing the press conference is still a puzzle. What those devices is. But you wouldn't need a press conference, period, if they're not an explosive devices. You wouldn't have nothing to say, period, if those devices can't explode. You still don't know that yet, but you have a big press conference with a fagabat right there to prove that something happens right there. It's fake with a TV. Again.
Jar wrapped in black tape.
What is it?
With nuts, bolts, and screws.
For several hours.
You can't tell us what it is yet. You only can describe it. Because what you're describing to the dummies might sound like an explosive device. But you can't tell the smart people that and they buy it. Why do you have a press conference? That not the explosion device is not an explosive device. Why do you have a press conference? Why is you scaring the people? You must have checked the device already. You must have known exactly what it is by now if you can have a press conference, right?
Police locked down the area, bringing in the bomb squad, conducting sweeps for other possible devices. In the end, a total of 6 people were arrested, including
6 people is the coding number. No doubt about it.
2 men in possession of the devices, the person who used pepper spray on the crowd, and 3 others for disorderly conduct. As of tonight, charges are pending as the investigation into the incident continues. Now, Mayor Mamdani's press secretary released a statement earlier this evening saying that the mayor and his wife are both safe tonight. And today
they're safe because they was the intended target of these supposedly protesters with devices. Right? Move.
Violence breaks out at protesters outside Gracie Mansion with tensions erupting between 2 groups. The NYPD.
And look, people, you will never see them supposedly take down somebody seriously and lock him up. You will never see that, as you could see. Another one blocking off so you can't see it right there because it is fakery. Nothing going on, but they have to pretend. As you could see right there. Look,
good evening.
no arrest going on.
Between
None.
Protesters and counter-protesters erupts in violence, ending with 6 arrests. 2 of them are teenagers accused of throwing suspicious devices.
Yes, you know it's bullshit.
Fox 5's Richard Jacobus is on the Upper East Side with the latest.
Arthur, the NYPD is still outside of Gracie Mansion.
Listen to this voice of this person right here, people. I swear. All of these news channels now AI. No lie. A matter of fact, it been all these AIs. You hear the voice, people? That don't sound like no real man. And what does he look like? Pay attention to
On
this.
East Avenue, blocking off much of this area tonight as they continue their sweep. Earlier, it was a protest gone awry. 6 people arrested and the bomb squad called in after 2 ignited suspicious devices were thrown in front of the mayor's residence.
Okay, so it's in front of the mayor's residence. They told those supposedly device that already lit. They lit the device, people, and tow it. No explosion. But they find those people and arrest them. Listen.
And after that, chaos.
And chaos. Look at these people. All bullshit.
Smoke coming from one of those devices thrown between 86th and 87th Street.
Wow, 86th and 87th Street is where one of those devices was thrown. and they see smoke coming off it. And pay attention.
Avenue, right outside
What
Gracie
a
Mansion.
bullshit.
This
Look,
all
people, where them
happening
have
at
on the
around
Muslim
noon
thing
when
on the
police
head.
say two
Look.
separate demonstrations
Look
got
at
into
these
a
people, it's the
scuffle.
same people.
One was an anti-Muslim protest, the other a counter-protest.
Wow.
Police say an 18 and 19-year-old...
Look at this right here, people. Is these kids? This is just a show they're putting on in New York City, people. One of the main stage of the world is New York City. And that's where they're putting on this show. Is that a kid right there with the mask on? Of course it is. And who is that, another kid again? With this weird looking thing on their head and a mask? This is just a show, people. I don't know if you can see it. But that's all I can see. It's just a show they're putting on right here. With cameras and fakers, crisis actors and all.
The counter-protest through the ignited suspicious devices.
Look at this.
The bomb squad said both devices were smaller than a football
Hear that?
and appeared to be jars wrapped in black tape with nuts, bolts, screws, and a fuse that
And
could
a
be
fuse.
lit. NYPD Commissioner Jessica
It even have a fuse that could be lit, people. I guess that's what they lit when they towed the supposedly suspicious device close to the supposedly mayor home. What a joke. Listen.
Says this was all
Look at what they
captured
got
on NYPD surveillance
Look
camera.
at this right here,
A
people.
counter-protester,
A counter-protester.
identified as Amir Balat,
Wow.
an 18-year-old man,
Wow.
lit and threw an ignited device toward the
Ignited.
protest area.
Wow, he lit and tore an ignited device. What a joke for the dumb people. And I told you, Comedy Central at its best when you see these characters come with these press conference. It wasn't needed because they shed nothing new or any kind of light on the story, period. They're telling you the same shit that the news tell you why they need a press conference. It's bullshit. It's just to fake the masses like something really happened. Post up a police right there and a weird looking woman like it needs some sleep, but pay attention.
Landing in the crosswalk of
Landing in the
East
crosswalk.
87th
Get out of
Street
here.
and East End Avenue. Witnesses reported seeing flames and smoke.
I thought they all protesters on the scene. What kind of damn witness you talking about? Those people on the scene is protesters and counter-protesters. Which one of them becomes a supposedly witness? This is bullshit for the public.
As it traveled through the
Where
air.
did you get that
The
on
NYPD
paper?
commissioner says the two
Look at these
counter-protesters
people.
were
Look at
arrested
this.
for
Two
handling those suspicious
counter-protesters. What is this? Is that said NYPD? And why is this other NYPD pulling this police in the blue jacket? This is bullshit for the dumb people.
Another
Look at
protester
this.
arrested for deploying
What is
pepper
this,
spray
people?
and three others
Deploying
taken into
pepper
custody
spray. Look at
for
this.
disorderly conduct and obstructing traffic. A spokesman for Mayor Zoran Mamdani releasing this statement tonight, reading in part, quote, the crusade
Look,
against
people, the
Islamification
crusade.
gathering held outside.
Why did you use the word crusade? Wow, this is a joke right here. Like I say, people, it's a reason why they put that fagabat. Remember, I already told you, I'm the one who put you up on game when it comes to those mayors of New York. It does not matter, people. It's them. Those people is a faker on the world stage. You see them on the world stage or not? You see them performing. Why you think they put this guy there? Supposedly be a supposedly Muslim. Why you think they do that? To stir up all this division bullshit on the peoples in New York.
Gracie Mansion today by Jake Lang, a vile white supremacist,
Vile
was
white
despicable and Islamophobic. Thankfully,
And Islamophobic. Pay attention to what they're talking about, people. You don't understand what they're doing right here, right? It's the division scheme, people. It's the division they're cooking up right here with the people. For all the peoples who care about this supposedly Muslim and Jew war and all of these things. That's what they're giving you right there in New York City. Listen.
here and the First Lady are both safe, though
they're
the
safe.
events are a stark reminder of the threats they both face regularly.
And yes, you got to keep reminding the people about the threats that they face daily just by him being the mayor right there. Yes, it's a lot of threats going on against him because he's Muslim. And you see all these supposedly white supremacists coming out, they tell you. The ones that was in the supposedly January 6th fakery, they tell you is also there. So you see the crisis actors extended even from another case all the way over here. You have to understand it's all made up fakery for the dumb people right here.
A massive FBI
FBI crackdown in Los Angeles with agents making multiple arrests in their sweeping raid on a transnational street gang.
Okay, so now it's transnational street gang they're after. And now it's on the next coast. It's now in Los Angeles. We show you New York on the stage already not too long ago with those big protesting fakery and the dumb masses. Now we're on to the next coast, the stage on the West Coast. Pay attention to this.
It's an exclusive look at the bust. Matt Finn is live in Los Angeles. He's got that for us. Hello, Matt.
Pay attention to this.
Hey, Sandra, the 18th Street Gang is a rival of
18th Street Gang. So you see what just happened again? Just like they show you that one of those people that lit the device and told it was an 18 years old kid. Now you come back to the number 18 again. Represent the 3 6s, the mark of the beast. Like I told you, they're carving out that system right now for the beings right here. So where they tell you about Muslim and terrorists, they come back again and tell you about gangs that running drugs in America, which they tell you is cartel running the whole thing. Cartel is now known as terrorists now. They classing supposedly cartel that they claim bringing in illegal drug as terrorists also. So there you go. You got 2 terrorist systems, one over in New York, one over here in California. One is about drugs and one is about Muslims. Pay attention.
the infamous MS-13 gang, and the feds tell us
MS-13. Don't believe in those gangs. They're fakery. The MS-13 of the world is fakery. Trendy Aguas, fakery for the dumb people. Don't believe that as American. You're gonna look stupid. Listen.
Uses Los Angeles as its main distribution point to sell drugs worldwide.
Joke. What a joke for the dumb people. And look,
Law enforcement busting 12 members of the Transnational 18th Street Gang, including
18th
top
Street
brass
Gang.
in an early
What a
morning
joke.
sting Thursday.
Take a look at this right here, people. Look at the chart that they show you with the faces that they show you that captured already in custody. It's bullshit. And the one without the cross on the face or the in custody on it is the ones that still not in custody. Pay attention to this. It's nothing but bullshit. And don't worry about those fake photos they post up there generated by AI.
Called Operation Dead Horse. A Fox camera exclusively ruling as the FBI raided one of the suspected stash houses.
Get out of here.
The DOJ says the 18th Street Gang has 100,000 members and is one of the largest.
100,000 members of the 18th Street Gang. What a joke, people. Is that real? How would you know much members in the gang unless you put that shit together and hire or recruit every single member? How would you know unless you're in charge of the whole thing? How would you know exactly how much member of the gang is out there? It's bullshit. Wake your ass up with a bat.
Thursday called Operation Dead Horse. A Fox camera exclusively rolling as the FBI raided one of the suspected stash houses.
First of all, you can't be there when the FBI raiding shit. You can't know when the FBI raiding as a fucking news reporter. You can't. Because if you can know as a reporter, the people who they're raiding will also know. How did you know as a news reporter to come there to take pictures of the FBI raiding a home? That's not real life. That's fakery. But on the news, you're going to buy it as a dummy. We're not buying that on the bitter truth. There's no way that's real. And why would the FBI sit there and watch you recording them raiding a home? All the FBI shit is secret. You better remember that. The FBI not going to announce it that they're going to raid a home. As they're putting up the peoples that they're going to raid on game. And the FBI don't do that. They always catch people by surprise. So how they going to put all these information out there enough for the reporters to follow them around with cameras? I call bullshit. Long time.
The DOJ says the 18th Street Gang has 100,000 members and is one of the largest and most violent gangs in the Western Hemisphere.
What a joke. The largest and the most deadliest gang in the Western Hemisphere. Do you believe that, people? They know exactly the amount of people that in that gang. And they wasn't the one who put it together. You believe that? Listen.
And in fact, it's a transnational gang, so they have control all over,
they have control
even outside
all
of this
over.
country.
Even outside of this country. What a joke for the masses. Don't believe when those people talk. They just want to scare the masses with these fake gangs. None of them exist. Fake it for the dumb people.
He tells Fox the gang imports narcotics like fentanyl from the Mexican Sinaloa cartel at a discount, then marks up the price and sells lethal drugs all over the world.
Wow.
Part of this investigation.
Mark up the price and sell illegal drugs all over the world. What a joke. Remember, people, the fentanyl is by the $1 a piece. The fentanyl pill that they tell you that they go to all of this shit to distribute to America, go to all of these security and everything to beat American system to bring in the fentanyl, is one of the cheapest drugs on the market. Picture that, people, and you tell me if it's real. The opioids and these things of the world that people pop in. It's a $1 pill, $2 pill. How did the cartel get rich off these things? It's not have nothing to do with no cartel. These peoples in America own you here, actually serving you up those deadly pills. They can't tell you that it's coming from them. They can't. Else you're going to expose them as these people that I told you that they're responsible for the destruction of the Americans. So they have to come up with these deadly shits and try to convince the Americans in the meantime that it's coming from somewhere else to come in to harm them. They're not going to reveal it or let you understand that it's them behind it the whole time, because they're responsible for the destruction of the Americans 100%. So stop believing these drugs coming in from other countries to poison Americans. It's made right here and produced for the Americans 100%. Bam, I'm on the run.